Today is Tuesday, the 28th of March, and this is from the South. Argentine President Mauricio Macri met with Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte in The Hague earlier this Tuesday as he continued his two-day visit to the Netherlands. Macri is there to discuss trade and investment in water management and agriculture. Meanwhile, according to an Argentine report, Macri's administration is poised to pay $2 billion to the United States for military equipment. If completed, it will be the biggest weapons acquisition since the country's Malvinas War in the 1980s. French Guiana was paralyzed by a general strike on Monday that caused the schools to close and disrupted airline traffic, further stoking fears of instability in the French overseas territory, which has been gripped by protests since last week. The collective To Get Guyana Moving has called for better access to health services and electricity, economic development and job creation programs. At least 4 people were killed and more than 20,000 affected after the Piura River overflowed on Monday in the latest incident of historic floods ravaging Peru. Local media aired footage of desperate residents in Catacaos struggling to escape the floodwaters and rescue their belongings. Peru's National Emergency Operations Center said that some 1,000 people had to be evacuated from the town. Thousands of artists gathered and performed in Sao Paulo on World's Theatre Day on Monday to demonstrate against the freezing of funds allocated for culture. The protesters demanded the unfreezing of the culture budget while holding banners reading "Unfreeze the Culture." Earlier this year, Sao Paulo's mayor announced a cut of over 47% of the budget designated for culture. 4 prison guards were taken hostage during a prison riot in the state of Cadereyta on Monday. Roughly 600 inmates allegedly begun burning mattresses to protest strict security controls. At least 45 people, both guards and prisoners, were wounded. The Cuban government is working with foreign construction companies to add over 4,000 luxury hotel rooms to the island by the end of the year. The aim is to reach over 100,000 rooms by 2030. Many tourists, however, who have rushed to the island since travel restrictions were lifted, are concerned the modern constructions will strip Cuba of its vintage charm. U.S. President Donald Trump claimed an end to the, quote, war on coal as he moved to roll back climate protections enacted by predecessor Barack Obama. Trump ordered a review of power plant emission rules and a series of other steps designed to unwind the regulation on fossil fuels, calling into question U.S. commitment to global emission targets. Donald Trump's son-in-law and top aide Jared Kushner will appear before a Senate panel investigating Russian interference in the U.S. election. Kushner was Trump's main intermediary with foreign governments during the 2016 election campaign and now plays that role in the White House. It is his contacts with Russian officials that are now coming under the microscope amid explosive allegations of collusion between the Trump campaign and Kremlin. The Scottish Parliament has backed First Minister Nicola Sturgeon's bid for a new independence referendum. The vote further complicates Britain's political situation just as years of talks on the terms of Brexit were about to begin. Around 150 Chinese residents protested on Monday night in front of the 19th District's police station in Paris. The protest was a tribute to a Chinese man, Liu Xiaoyu, who was shot dead on Sunday by police officers in his home. Members of the police anti-criminal brigade were responding to a family dispute alert, and Xiaoyu had allegedly threatened an officer with a pair of scissors. Celebrated South African anti-apartheid activist Ahmed Kathrada has died at the age of 87. Kathrada was a Robben Island prisoner and one of Nelson Mandela's closest colleagues in the struggle against white minority rule in South Africa. Colombia singer Shakira and Spain's Barcelona Football Club have announced they will be partnering to build a school at the singer's hometown of Barranquilla in northern Colombia. Shakira, girlfriend of Barca's defender Gerard Piqué, is the founder of the Barefoot Foundation, which works to provide underprivileged children in Colombia with access to quality education. More on these and other stories on our website, telesurtv.net/English.